Welcome back, everybody. Turn 45 of Roots, Bloody Roots, and stuff's happening. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Found a magic site, Graveyard of the Damned. So getting 2 death gems, love it. Not much else in that section. I think that this is, that's another Tenchi guy. The Throne of Earth. So now he is up to 7 out of 15 Ascension points. Map-wise, it is hard for him to get the full 15, as was alluded to earlier, but he's definitely powerful. I think he's got the most now. Let me check that again. Pelagia has 5. Tenchi has 7. I've got 2. Satis also has 7. And Ariu has 0? Or it's so difficult for me to tell Ariu and Satis apart. Some combination of Ariu and Satis has 7. Like, look at him. The Ariu one is slightly darker green, I guess? Alright, anyway, continuing with the messages. I'll come back to the battles. Unexpected events, so Nature Gems, Man from the Heavens, Free Earth Gems, and 180 free thinkers have been banned. So, obviously not very impactful. I lost maybe like 2 income per turn. The Throne of Fortune is giving luck to everybody, which I'm not a fan of because I already had luck, but it is what it is. Let's look at battles. So here, this is Asphodel beating up on Sid PD. The noteworthy thing is the dude that Asphodel has, and also the fact that Abyssia just retreated immediately. Anyway, Asphodel has this giant sorcerer, so I think that they took a sorcerer and transformed it, or cast Become Giant on it or something, and then they geared it to High Heaven. So this is 6, 11, 16, 26, 31, 41, 51 gem investment, plus the transformation itself. Your typical kind of super combatant kit here, except I guess he's more of like a super caster, because even though he's got the melee kit, he's actually going to be pumping out a whole bunch of hordes of skeletons. Well, he casts hordes of skeletons maybe as a distraction while he goes through his buff cycle. Regardless, this doesn't scare me, both A, because, Asphodel's my buddy, and B, because this guy has a crippling weakness of low magic resistance. So it only takes a few soul slays and he is done for. Along with all those goodies. Obviously, I wish the best for Asphodel, and it was plenty good enough to take off this PD. The Woodlands here, so you might have remembered me talking about bartering for this province, and Ryugo said I could have it. Jotunheim said I can have it. I sent him those blood slaves. They said that there's no enemy units, so I'm like, let me just march in my caveman, and let's see how that goes. Spoilers, there were more than 0 enemy units. So we had an actual battle, and my caveman, that was the end of him. Which is fine. I can't wait to see my caveman die. So this turn I'm sending in a slightly bigger force. Jotunheim reclaimed this province. Their raiding shenanigans continue, so I'll keep poking around here, trying to see an actual big battle, because that's more exciting than whatever this is. We can watch them fight the Independents just to see if they busted out any cool new magic. Is it literally just a bunch of wolves? Wolves versus villains. The Wolf Rider has 8 hit points. The villain has 10 hit points. How does a dude and a wolf have fewer hit points than just a dude? Like, did the wolf eat part of the dude? In any case, these ne'er-do-wells can't handle the puppy power, and well, you see where this is going. So then, battle in the Two Woods. So, as you can see, you can infer this by the breach message. I won this battle, but let's look at what actually happened. So, I've got my lineup in front, I've got some siege chaff in the back to soak up any flyers that try to fuck with my script, communion and some random crap in the middle, and there's a big problem. Well, not a big problem. I should restate. There is a small problem. You see that the deer used to run straight through my forces, which meant that there was no point bringing them. I was hoping that they'd get locked behind all these guys, so that I could use them as siege chaff. They only have size 2, so it seemed like a reasonable plan. Horn Serpent with size 3. But nope. Despite the fact that these guys have bad formation fighter and can only fit 4 to a square, evidently the deer can still combo with them. It's just you can't have 6 points of these dudes alone. So the deer run right through and get killed. You can see meteors falling. Although I don't have anyone scripted to cast Foul Vapors, or they decided no gems were needed because the force we're fighting is so small. I mean, it's just PD. But we're dropping meteors all over the place. It's quite excessive. Fortunately, they stopped dropping them as soon as we killed most of those guys. And they're in a mine burn to finish the last one off. So the outcome of that was lost most of the deer, lost a couple of the birds, and 2 sacreds I actually care about, worked out the PD, reached the fortress in 1 turn. So that went well. Part of the reason that went well is that Odysseus both told me directly himself, and also Asphodel told me that Odysseus is justifiably really pissed at Uryu for breaking their nap. So, if Odysseus decides to exact supreme revenge on Uryu for being scummy, then that is fine with me. So, most of these guys are storming the castle. These 2 guys are staying out of it. They are Commander with a bunch of siege chaff, and the Clown with some birds. So those guys don't need to be involved. I should summon birds more often. It's like Gate Cleaver, but way cheaper. Those are undisciplined. Maybe I should actually have the Commander keep the birds, just because -1 stat -2. Not that it really matters. Speaking of birds, this guy's set to guard commander, so he shouldn't stray too far. There was another thing. Oh yeah, I need to make sure someone's casting Foul Vapors, and Anne is on the job, so that's great. Yeah, so they just, because there were so few enemies and no gear on the field or anything like that, they basically didn't cast any spell that involved actual gems, even if they were temporary gems, which I don't think, I think that is a bug. Even if it's just temporary gems, you should cast, if it's just temporary gems, you should cast a spell like that. But doesn't matter. Minimal losses, won the battle, and the script is still the way it should be. Oh yeah, let me make sure that all the Tammys are scripted properly. I'm having them join in because what else are they going to do? Yep, they look to be good. I guess I could have Tammys go... that's the other thing. Iryu went to grab this province, and... I mean, they have no claim to it. Like, I'm definitely going to retake it, but I don't feel like attacking it right now, I guess. I'm really hoping that Abyssia sends the War Master in here, and then I just mop up this whole corridor. Some sieging happening. I guess I'll want to watch that. That sounds interesting. I think that's all the battles. Patrolling troops patrolled. Good job. One of these provinces has a ton of unrest. With this area having been pacified, I can expand my search party. This army is going to take a detour and grab this throne, because that's what it's all about. And also because they don't have anything profitable to do to the west, at least not while Iryu is in the way. And I'll stay out of Abyssia's capital proper for now. That's Asphodel's domain, and he seems to have it under control. In any case, there's no reason for me not to take a turn grabbing this throne. Pelagia sent a big group here to besiege Rubajou. So actually, yeah, I want to scout this and see what's going on. If I go and Arcane Probing, no, that's just a site searching spell. And I used up all of my Astral Gems removing the, what's it called? The thing that gives me more, yeah, rainmaking. The thing that gives me more money. So, yeah, so I'm not going to bother with astral projecting. It'll be nice to see what's happening here. I want to see where Pelagia and Rubajou are militarily. The reason that they are fighting each other at all is that Tenchi... So, Tenchi told me a story of basically Shiniyama used to be around here somewhere, and Shiniyama got into it with Rubajou because evidently Shiniyama was completely incommunicado, and Rubajou basically stomped him out of the game. But then Tenchi got scared because they've got PTSD from fighting Rubajou in another game, so they brought in Pelagia, the other water power, to help them against Rubajou. So far as I can tell, Rubajou is fighting Pelagia and Tenchi and Jotun. And if I were Rubajou, I would try to get to an end of that conflict, because a 3v1 is not a winning proposition. But I'm not, so that is their deal. I think that is it for now. We'll siege this fortress, and I don't actually know how many defenders are in here, but I've got my army scripted and armed to the teeth. I'm going to be dropping how many meteors on these guys? Yeah. So, I've said this before, but I'm feeling confident. We'll see how this goes. See you next turn, which I believe is turn 46.